And I just want to briefly touch on some aspects about a Hawaii vacation, maybe answer some questions that you might have about uh, where should I go and cost and things like that. Hawaii is becoming, seems like even more and more popular now. Hawaii is offering great deals a lot of times throughout the year, so it's becoming a much more affordable vacation option, especially if you can go over there for 3, 4, 5 days or whatever. Don't overlook Hawaii and think it's way outside of your budget, but there are some things you need to consider. So, and hang on at the end of this video. If you're going to maybe cut this video off before I get to the very end, there's going to be a quiz at the end of this video that you can submit an answer to and actually have a chance of winning something. So I'll just tease you with that. So just hang on here in just a second. I'll try to be brief. When you consider a Hawaii vacation, if you are not living on the West Coast, and by that I mean anywhere in the state of California, Oregon, Washington, anywhere on the West Coast where you have a much quicker direct flight from the major airports along the West Coast over to Honolulu, Maui, etc., then there's some things you need to keep in mind. And the biggest thing is the logistics. If you live in the Midwest or the East Coast especially, it is a long trip, a long flight to get to Hawaii. When you consider that Hawaii is about the halfway point from California to Japan, you are a long ways out in the Pacific before you ever get to Hawaii once you leave California. So if you're 4 hours inland into a place like, say, Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, anywhere, Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, etc., anywhere in what I'm going to say is the Midwest or the Southeast, so to speak, you're going to have a long day to get there. Not only are you going to have a long day to get there, so you might leave at 8 o'clock in the morning somewhere in the Midwest and still not get to your Hawaii destination until somewhere around 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe sometimes 8 o'clock at night. So you'll be traveling all day. Now here's the other thing to consider. When you come back, since the major time change coming back from Hawaii to the mainland, you're going to have a big switch in time zones. So again, if you leave Hawaii at 5 p.m. on a Saturday and you live in the Midwest, you are not going to get home until Sunday, usually Sunday mid-morning, most likely Sunday afternoon, depending again on some flight options you might have. But you will not, unless you live in the West Coast, you will not be getting home if you leave on a Saturday until a Sunday. So if you're going on a vacation from a Sunday to Sunday, and you want to be home on that Sunday, you really need to back up a day and realize you're going to have to leave on Saturday. So if you don't want to get home on Sunday and you prefer to get home on Saturday, again, back up a day. So that's something that I think a lot of people overlook when they're considering Hawaii, because like I said, unless you live on the West Coast, if you live on the West Coast, you completely understand. You can get to Hawaii and back home on decent flights and not have to deal with what I'm talking about. But for the majority of my clients that live away from the coast, especially away from the West Coast, you're going to have to deal with the logistics. So I'm just going to let this be kind of a first-parter in a series that maybe I'll touch on about Hawaii. And I just want you to make sure it's perfectly clear. When you look at your vacation time and the flights, especially coming home, realize you're going to lose a day. So add that into your scenario if you're trying to compare a Hawaii vacation to any other form of vacation that might be closer to you, like going on a cruise somewhere out of a port that might be closer to fly to, or even a vacation down to Mexico or somewhere in the Caribbean. The logistics are completely different than going to somewhere like Hawaii. We think of Hawaii as a U.S. destination, which it is naturally, it's a state, but it's so far off the coast that it's almost like going to its own country. And I know there's a big joke about people that think Hawaii is its own country and not even a part of the States, but you see what I mean. It's a long trip to get there, and it's a long trip coming back, and you just need to make sure factor in the logistics and have a travel agent tell you and make you understand the logistics of your flights and getting to your hotel and the time involved and all that, so you completely understand and go into your vacation with the right expectations. So I hope that helped. Now, here's the fun part. If you've stayed on this video long enough and you go from, if you're watching this on YouTube, you need to go to my blog. You won't be able to answer this on YouTube. I'm going to require you to submit an answer on my blog, and the blog address will be on the video here in just a second, or if it's not on the screen already when I edit this video, but it'll also be in the details of this video. So here's what you do. Listen to this question I'm about to ask, this trivia question, submit your answer on my blog, and then you will be entered in. If your answer is correct, you will be entered into a drawing and you can win a $25 Visa gift card. So with that said, here's the question. It's a Disney question related to Disney's movie National Treasure. At the National Archives Gala, Ben, one of the major characters in that movie, made a toast. What did he toast to? Did he toast to stealing? Did he toast to high treason? Did he toast to going AWOL? Or did he toast to the Queen, or offer a toast to the Queen of England? Again, here's your 4 choices. It's multiple choice. Did he toast to stealing? Consider that A. B, did he toast to high treason? C, did he toast to going AWOL? Or D, did he offer a toast to the Queen of England? If you submit your answer on my blog, again, I'm going to take all the correct answers that are submitted by the end of August. August 31st is when this particular trivia question has a deadline, and we won't go past that. So if you're watching this video, if you happen to come across my blog and you see this video, understand, and it's past August, understand that this quiz is over. But if you're watching within between now, which is about the late part of July, between the middle or the late part of August, excuse me, you can submit your answer to this quiz question and be entered in a drawing for a $25 Visa gift card. And if whoever the winner is, based on their screen name or however they sign in to Blogger, I'll contact you some way, or you can submit even on your answer whether you have an email address you want to share, or another contact that I can get in touch with you to make sure you will know if you are the winner. So again, thank you for watching. Submit your questions, comments, etc. Be glad to get your critique as well, and always appreciate your patronage and your support of my blog, and we'll go from there. Hope you have a good day. Thanks.